Damn, son, where'd you find this?
Whoops. Hey, I'm the trash man. I mean, boat. I'm trash boat. Today I'll be looking at Bright Memory, the early access version. Well, not really. It's finished, but I'm only doing the prologue. Think of it as the paid demo that grants access to the full game when it comes out. Yeah. To start off, the game is very short, so you're not missing anything if you skip this. But I would recommend buying it so you gain access to the full game for free when it comes out, at least on Steam. I was originally gonna buy this on GOG, but I'm not sure how you gain a free version on there. Anyway, this game has acquired a bit of viewership as it's been shown off during a few events now. And it's one of those games where you look at it and you have to stop. It's quite amazing that this game falls under the indie category. This is such a beautiful game that I honestly had no idea who was working on this. When looking into it, it's been developed by a one-man army by Zheng Zhaijing. I butchered that name. I'll let Google take it away.
Zhang Xiancheng.
He was working on it by himself part-time. He managed to complete a part of the game until the Bright Memory Episode 1 on Steam's Early Access, where again very positive reviews and a lot of feedback was given with it. And with that feedback, he managed to make Episode 1 much better than it originally came out. And by March 2020, the game was no longer in Early Access and Zheng was no longer working on it, instead working on Bright Memory Infinite, the fully fledged game. But since this game is in development, I can only hope that some additional feedback can be given before the full release of Bright Memory Infinite. With that out of the way, to start off, there's no story now. You're some girl named Sheila, something bad happened, I have no idea, the game never really explains, and some guy called Carter is fighting you, and that's all I know. They can use or control light, I think, and you can too. Anyway, the only thing to talk about is gameplay. The game is very unique and that it's a first-person shooter, but also plays like a hack and slash, but not like Shadow Warrior or Doom 2016, but instead operating out to be something along the lines of an actual third-person action hack and slash like DMC, but translate into first person. It's really impressive. The game allows you to purchase different upgrades for Sheila, allowing you to create different combo strings, letting you ramp up in what you can do. Something that this game has that I wish Doom or Shadow Warrior would include is the combo meter. When you're going around and destroying everything, you'll notice that your combo is moving upwards, going as far as triple S's, and you won't want to let that go. And I don't want my hype to end. Although what's really weird for a game like this is there's no sliding. I would imagine it appearing later in the game, but without it, combat feels really weird. The game is also always at a consistent speed, where you don't want to stop moving, but there are times where the game makes you stop, making you do a puzzle. But all this does for me is slow down the gameplay. I get why the developer would do this, just to have the player not feel bored, but I prefer if this was almost just in hidden areas, because all this does is hinder my gameplay experience. Thankfully in the demo, it's only here in a tiny bit, but I can only imagine what a full game is like. But the speed is what keeps me coming back to the prologue. I would honestly just keep starting it over and over again, just to see how much better I can do. Although what's really weird is that sometimes the combo meter doesn't show up even in the same area I replayed. Hopefully this does get fixed in the full game. Also, whereas I enjoy playing the same level over and over again, I can only hope that they're gonna be level selects with areas in it. I enjoy fighting one of the bosses, but I don't feel like replaying almost the whole game again just to fight him. Then this also brings up the issue on the amount of weird hidden worlds the game has. In the opening area alone, I thought I could jump across the rocks to the weird island, but the moment I jumped, I died to a hidden wall. And when it comes to fighting enemies, there's some really weird physics. When in certain areas of the game, when I'm fighting enemies, the moment one shoots me and I shift to the side, I start flying across the room, killing myself, because the area has no hidden walls. It's really weird. Then there are issues I have with the guns. I can't offer every gun because the full game isn't out, but here the guns feel great, but I can't help feeling like they need an upgrade path, like how in Doom 2016 you can upgrade your shotgun to also have rapid fire to have it shoot explosives. In addition to that, I honestly think this game would be a lot better if reloading was removed. The speed at which this game is at feels weird when reloading, or if you're going to include it, at least let it be there for a selected number of guns. And finally, the last issue with the guns is how do I get more ammo? So I'm killing enemies and I end up using all of the ammo, but I'm unsure how I'm supposed to get more without dying. I just find this a really weird issue that I wanted to put out there. And then there are a couple of issues I have with the option menu, like I want to buy my keys but I can't. There's a message saying it's coming soon, but I thought this was done. I can only hope the full game includes this so I don't have to keep pressing on the same number pad to change my guns. Another issue is the head bopping. This is just annoying. I don't like it when FPSs do this. It's just irritating. I'm almost disorienting. I didn't enjoy it when Wolfenstein did it, and I don't like it here. Let me turn it off. And finally, the last thing I'm going to conclude with is the music and level design. I think they're both really great. I think the music really fits with the game's speed. It's basic EDM, but it fits really well. But it's not always just EDM. It can go from that to an orchestra bus theme, and it works really well. The level design is really basic, but the environments look so beautiful, and I can't really criticize it as it's only episode 1. So if the other episodes have the same environments and it has the same problems here, then there's definitely gonna be an issue. Anyway, that's it for me. No score will be given to this as it's basically a demo. But I honestly do highly recommend picking it up now for like £3 or whatever when it's on Steam, before it becomes like £15 all the way like for full price release, because we don't know how long this game's gonna be, to be honest. It could be like 3 hours if anything. Anyway, that's it for me. Take care and see ya. Don't forget I'm the trash man. I mean boat man. I don't know where I'm going with this. I'm the trash boat. Just a quick heads up, do not buy this game on the Xbox Series X or any of those newer consoles, because this game is actual trash. The mere fact that this game says it's optimized for the Xbox Series X isn't really. I have to come back, I have to edit this video or add this additional information just to say this, because this game is actually disgusting on the consoles. The UI is exactly the same. You can't even change some basic functions because the developer didn't really bother on fixing it. Like, in my opinion, why not just fix the version that you already have and then do the consoles afterwards? There should be some videos on the screen where it shows how broken and stupid it is on the consoles, because there's a lot of frame lag. Okay, whatever. Basically, just don't buy this game on the consoles. It's awful.